let's go to NBA today.
Let's do it.
This clip is circulating around King's World here. It's Mark Spear, and it's back.
Kaminga Watch.
Let's see what they was talking about today, Jesse.
So it seems like Jonathan Kuminga is saying all the right things, but
yes, you're right.
How big a deal is this DNP?
Free JK, free JK. You can see it in his eyes. He's trying to be professional. I mean, it's still several weeks away before he's eligible to be traded, and it just started off so well. He averaged 15 points and 7 rebounds the first 12 games. Then he got hurt, just like last season after he came back from injury. Just doesn't mess well with the Warriors. Obviously, it's going to be a couple weeks till he's eligible to be traded, but I know the Sacramento Kings are still interested. They threw Monk at it before in the first, but I don't think that first would be available anymore. But now, Kaminga's at a number at $24 million, where perhaps they could get a better player, or they're going to have to get a bigger name player probably than before because of that number. So that will help the Warriors out.
So I guess the noteworthy thing from there is, it is no surprise that the Sacramento Kings are still interested in Jonathan Kuminga. We all knew we'd be here.
Mm-hmm.
Whether anything happens or not, it isn't the point. We all knew we would be here at this point, where at the very least conversations were had again. The interesting part, at least what I think is the newsworthy part, is he kind of just casually says, they offered him, they offered the Warriors, Malik in a first, and he just kind of says, I don't know that first is available for them anymore. And that's certainly a development in the Jonathan Kaminga Sacramento Kings story. And it would be interesting to see how many teams followed suit with that and didn't have any interest in giving up a first-round pick for Jonathan Kaminga this trade deadline.
Do you think he meant that more so because of the Kings? Like with the Kings, the first-round pick?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. What I'm saying is I wonder if other teams follow suit and see, I don't think Kaminga's worth a first-round pick to us.
I got you.
But yes, 100% he was talking about the Sacramento Kings right there.
Man, I wonder what they would have to do to get the money to work, to match up. It feels like if the Kings are going to get into the Kaminga sweepstakes, it'll probably have to be some type of three-teamer. You got to involve somebody else.
Well, it seemed,
because I don't know where you get that.
You heard now.
Monk and Devin.
He mentioned Malik because that was a conversation from earlier. I don't think there were. I don't think the way Mark said that, I'm led to believe that hey, what do you think about Malik playing well? I just think he's referencing the deals, in the past, the discussions in the past, with the new caveat being that maybe that first round pick isn't going to be available for them. It still feels like the Kings want to move Malik Monk. I don't know.
Disagree. Not with you. Disagree with Scott.
Yeah, and so I don't know how appealing that is to the Golden State Warriors, which brings in your three-team option. They think, I believe the Warriors think, this Jonathan Kuminga deal, it helps them land Giannis. It helps them land a big player who, and I mean, they're right. The money works. You pair that with, I guess, Draymond Green. You could get virtually any deal in the league that you wanted done. I don't know that Malik or anyone on Sacramento, except maybe Domantas Sabonis, moves the needle for them at all. And I don't even know if Domantas Sabonis moves the needle for him. I feel like it makes sense. I don't know that they care about him as a player.
Right. I was about to say, I wonder, when the Warriors will stop doing this charade with Jonathan Kaminga, and maybe they have already told him, look, you're here for a trade chip. Don't think it's anything more than that.
Yeah.
Don't think it's, hey, we want you here. We want to see this whole thing work out, or what. That's not what this is. This is, you're a trade chip. So don't get so in your feelings when you're not playing in crunch time or you're not playing down the stretch. As long as you know what it is, We know what it is.
Mhm.
It should be all good.
Mhm.
Um,
I don't think that conversation has happened.
I don't think so either.
He got a DNP yesterday. I think he got benched in the fourth quarter against
Cleveland.
They beat Cleveland too. Actually, they
Mhm.
won their last 2 games, but they beat Cleveland.
Mhm.
Cleveland's a interesting early season story here too. He got benched, I think, in the fourth quarter of that one. He didn't play in the fourth quarter of that game. So, like, and I had the numbers here somewhere. He hasn't played for one reason or another. He's been inactive 8 of the last 11 games. Again, multiple reasons, but still.
I was trying to figure this out. I don't know if it's going to be that easy because we just heard this on the fly. But I wonder what a Warriors, Kings, Pistons 3-team deal would look like. Who on the Pistons would Golden State potentially want? I only say that because maybe you combine that with the rumors that we heard earlier in the week, which are substantial or not. We're just talking, having fun with it, about the Kings and the Pistons potentially talking about Schroeder going back to Detroit, which they couldn't do directly. But I wonder if he can be. I don't think there's any way. They'd have to trade him to somewhere else, and then he'd have to be rerouted to Detroit for him to go back to Detroit. So I don't think this Warriors deal would be part of something like that.
Mhm.
I don't think they'd want to do all that maneuvering.
What is Golden State looking for? Like if I mean, is it really in case you can get in the Giannis conversation, in case you can get in the conversation with, whoever? But I mean, would you try to trade for Anthony Davis?
Yeah, I would try to if I
If
was
you're Golden
if I was the
State?
Warriors. Yeah, I absolutely would.
They need the 24 million. It's just for what? Like, what do you need the 24 million for?
24 million to maybe go with some of the other young
That's
contracts.
but that's what I mean. That 20 from Draymond or 25, I can't remember which one it is. It gets that, and pick a player, gets you just about any player in the league. If you're willing to do that, and his final pledge of loyalty to Steph Curry would have to be to go along with the trade. And then he could retire at the end of the year.
Would you have to? Yeah, I think you would. I was about to say, would you have to trade Draymond if you're using the 23 from Kaminga?
Well, if you're going for like that, like an Anthony Davis, a Giannis Antetokounmpo, like that, I don't know how. I mean, then if you didn't, it'd have to be Moody, Buddy. Yeah. You would need another rich contract.
Just not enough contract. Because I'm looking
that
at
only
now.
Gets you to like 40.
Yeah, Kaminga, Moody, Buddy, and Pods gets you to what's this? 33.
And that's 3 players. Just
42.
trade Draymond Green.
Well, you still want Draymond.
Why?
Lakers want him. Lakers ain't trying to trade Draymond.
All right.
But yeah, that gets you to like, let's just for argument's sake, $47 to $50 million. Those 4 players.
Man, it's a lot. That's a lot of players to keep Draymond Green. Well, I guess it's 4, and that includes Kaminga. That was really 3. Yeah. I don't know. That seems too steep to me.
The funny thing about that
is Draymond 20 or 25. Do you have that in front of you?
25.
It's 25. Okay.
25.
So that's 49 million. It's all right.
I'll say this: if I'm Joe Lacob and I'm the Warriors, I love this guy the way I love this guy. I'm not trading Draymond. Draymond is going to be a part of a championship we're trying to win. We don't feel that way, but we also wouldn't have gave him $100
because it would ruin his
back.
Hall of Fame candidacy when they go win a championship, and all of the nerds who said they can't win a title without Draymond Green, even though they won in 2020, essentially 2022 without Draymond Green, basically.
The Kings. I'm not settle down. Not saying that this is the deal that the Warriors would take. But you could get to, and this would have to be a 3-teamer as well, in certain cases. But with Schroeder, Sarge, and Devin Carter, you could get to 23 million. Schroeder's 14, Sarge is 5.4. Devin Carter, he's essentially 5. He's 4.9.
Yeah, the math works. That's about the only thing in that deal that works is math.
Yeah, and that
does absolutely.
That's why I say the
nothing for Golden
3-team
State.
aspect of it. If you can find something, I just put Detroit in there. If you can,
and you say Detroit to get Dennis back to Detroit,
back to Detroit and get the Warriors somebody they would want. Because I don't think there's anybody
and we didn't settle in on who that would be.
No, I mean they wouldn't want to buy.
Or why Detroit would do it. That's the top team in the East.
Backup point guard. May feel like they need that. They loved Dennis last year.
Mm-hmm. No, definitely.
So,
let's get back to what I think is the newsworthy part of that clip from Mark Spears on NBA Today, that the first round pick that the Kings were offering in its protected form, for those that forgot, may not be available for the Golden State Warriors anymore. If Dunleavy called Scott Perry today and said, all right, man, you twisted my arm. Malik in the pick. We'll get this deal for Jonathan Kuminga done. You think Scott goes, nah, that's not the price anymore. You lost the pick. Well, we'll send you a second rounder. We'll send you 2. They're going to be 3 years apart, maybe 4 years. We'll send you 2 second rounders. But no, that first round pick, that's off the table. That was the summer. You think Scott does that? Because Mark didn't make that up.
Yeah,
he didn't pull that out the sky.
I think so, for a number of different reasons. Once again, the price has changed. Number 2, maybe not to Scott's surprise at all, but our situation has changed.
Mm-hmm.
And in the summer,
mm-hmm.
maybe we were a little more willing to do something like that. Now I see
not
what's
we.
going
I
on.
wasn't. I never wanted to give up the pick.
I was
I was right about that. I never wanted to give up the pick.
I was not. I was like, man, because I looked at Kaminga. This guy's like 23 years old.
I said the same thing. I said just trade the damn pick. I was being sarcastic.
Oh no, I can't remember. I thought you did say.
No. I said just do it.
Yeah. So
shows how much you listen to me. Man.
Well, I was getting confused.
How hurtful are you trying to be today?
With the handoff.
You told me shut up, bitch, earlier, and now you won't even. Man, what a terrible day today has been.
But
yeah, things have changed.
Don't do that.
Things have changed since July. Things have changed since July. Lord have mercy.
Man. So yeah, I agree with what you said. Like, that's not the. We're gonna have to do a whole different negotiation now, Mike Dunleavy Jr. Because
you call him by his full name, Mike Dunleavy Jr. That almost feels disrespectful. It almost feels good. Hello, Mike Dunleavy Jr.
Imagine Scott Perry calling the words. Yeah, I want to speak to Mike Dunleavy Jr. right now.
I don't know why. It just feels so disrespectful.
Well, it's like anytime you ever got called by your full name, and like me, like we're always in trouble, right?
It feels okay. Okay, we can take let's take it up a notch. Let's do what we always do, just exhaust a bit. Hey, Warriors phone directory. I want to speak to Michael Joseph Dunleavy Jr.
Joseph.
Yeah, I'm gonna take that as like there's a problem here. Why did they call him by his middle name?
Oh,
Michael Joseph. Or would it be more disrespectful to call and say, "Hey, Junior, it's Scott"?
No, that would absolutely.
Yeah, I know. Mike's got to drive up and fight you after that.
Hey, Junior, let's get this deal done. Oh man,
brother. Yeah, I don't know what the Warriors thought was going to happen. Maybe the Warriors ain't tripping at all. They knew this was going to be the case. Jonathan Kaminga maybe thought it might have been different. Or maybe he didn't think it'd be this bad, where he'd be getting DNPs.
I think he had to have known. He had to have known.
Well, he did.
Yeah, I think so. I just know. Yeah, I just know he should have fired his agent, man. Sorry to that man trying to earn a living. Didn't he tweet something the other day? What's that dude? Did anybody remember that dude's name? I thought I saw a tweet from him
Did
pop
the
up.
agent get him his money though? Like, do you think it would have been different with a different agent?
Yes.
Like he would have got traded?
Yeah, I don't feel like he'd be a Golden State Warrior.
There you go. Okay.
Yeah, I don't feel like I mean, the answer to your question is yes. He got him the money. But I also feel like the money was like Kaminga got it. Like the money was there for him. He was going to get at least that. And it feels like that's what he got. At least I think there's a lot of flaws in the way that whole thing went. The posturing and the interviews about what you were going to take and what you weren't going to take and what you'd be willing to do and what you wouldn't be willing to do and what Jonathan would be willing to do. And in the end, none of it was true. The Warriors got exactly what they wanted from jump. You just didn't give it to them till the very, very end. Like they waited you out. They, with all due respect, they punked you in front of the whole NBA. They punked you. And I don't know why. So this, I guess, is going to be a little bit different because Aaron Turner doesn't actually have to be involved in this. His agent, Jonathan Kuminga's agent, doesn't have to be involved in this. Mike Dunleavy Jr. and the rest of the general managers and front office personnel have to be involved in this.
I guess we got to ask this question again because the watch is back on. Do you think at some point,
God, it's only December 8th. He's not even eligible to be traded yet.
And his eligibility is a different date.
Yeah, is it January?
Yeah, I think it's like middle of January.
I think it's January. For some reason, I think it's January 15th. So December 15th and January 15th, but I'll get the exact day.
Do you think Jonathan Kaminga ends up being a king in the next 9 months?
9 months. No. And it is, in fact, January 15th. So 2 deadlines to watch, December 15th and January 15th. But my answer is no. I don't think he's a Sacramento King.
Man.
Do you?
I don't think so. I don't see the pathway to it, but I think the frustrating thing maybe for the Kings and for Kaminga is I think both of those two entities want it to happen.
Let me ask. Oh, I think so too. Does it matter? Like knowing the way that this season is gone and the direction it appears this basketball team is going, the direction it appears this franchise is going. If Jonathan Kaminga is traded to Sacramento next month or in 7 months, bigger picture, does it matter?
I think it very well. I think
you were about to say might. You went with could.
Well, the only reason I say that is the reason when I think about it, and I don't know if this is a good strategy or not at all, but it could affect how you draft. If you've got the 7th pick and it's either Koa Pete or Michael Brown Jr. If you don't have Jonathan Kaminga there, maybe you go with Koa Pete. If you do, like, all right, I got our 3 and our 4 taken care of. I need to go get a point guard. Some people would say that's not how you go about things. You just, if you got Jonathan Kaminga, you go get Koa Pete if you think he's the best
player
guy
available.
And that, sure, I'm with that. But I don't know how Scott looks at it. I don't know if that affects his team building scenarios and mindset if he has Kaminga on the roster, if he doesn't. So that's where I say it could potentially matter if they get this thing done with how they want to build this roster out.
Okay. Would Levine? I'll leave DeMar out. Would Levine and Domas's presence on the team influence that at all? Like, it feels like Kaminga would be significantly more valuable, especially with the emergence of Maxime Reynaud, if one or both of those guys were gone. If Zach is gone, you have Keegan in a different position. You have Keegan, potentially at the 3, Jonathan Kuminga at 4, Domas at 5. If Domas is gone, you have Max at the 5, and you probably got a little work to do. There's probably no situation where DeMar is here next year. Like, even if this trade deadline goes the way no one wants, there's probably no situation where DeMar DeRozan is here next year.
2 things for me,
but it's possible for the other to be.
Real quick.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't affect it because, number one, I think you mentioned him. DeMar is more of the hindrance to that lineup than Zach is.
Okay.
If Zach's still here, he's your 2, Keegan 3, Kuminga 4. And on the flip side of that, RIP, I don't see, not saying that you said this, but I don't see today Maxime Reynaud as your starting center. I still have him in a.
Well, I'm guessing Maxime Reynaud will start at center today.
Well, you're right. No, you're right about that. But moving forward.
But if Domas wasn't here, you don't think he would be?
He would be. The way I feel about Max right now, and I've liked him since
I know.
I look at him more of as a backup guy.
Right
in
now.
This league. Yeah, that's how I see him right now. Yeah. He's starting right now because the starter is hurt. Not because we're starting him because this is the future of what we're trying to do.
Okay.
That's how I look at Max.
Okay.
He can change my mind, though.
Well, he's going to get an opportunity to